Welcome, Britany. She is a confidence coach. She is ranked on motherfrickin' Forbes. This girl is the real deal. She's been one of my biggest supporters from the very beginning. She saw me, she was like, I know what you're doing. I know what you're about to do. You're about to explode. I'm here for you no matter what you need. She has been there for me this whole last year, and throughout all of the graduates, she's hired 7 She Sells girls on her offer. She's here for us. She's a huge mentor. Introducing Britany. Everybody give it up for me.
Look at y'all.
This experience really took me to a different dimension. I didn't think that someone could have such an impact on my life in such a short amount of time. You know, when we were visualizing who we want to be, what that looks like, what words look like for us, and the kind of light that we want to step into, I felt that.
One of the biggest selling points in my coaching program is when you are going through it, there are 2 questions you are always asking yourself. Am I alone and am I crazy? Right? Am I alone or am I crazy? And so if someone is willing to be brave enough and say, this is my deepest fear that I am releasing in this room so that I too can be held, so that I can know that I am not crazy, I am not alone, and I will get through this.
I like to describe Britany as like your best friend who is giving you transparent, 100% authentic advice. Sometimes you need it. She's not gonna always tell you what you want, but she's always gonna give you what you need. And it's relatable, it's helpful, it's gonna be practical tools that you can use to really elevate your life.
I just felt really connected to what we were talking about in that sense. And then being able to express that in my own sense and being able to share it with a room full of girls was really impactful as well.
So now we're gonna go ahead and move into phase 2. We're turning that ugly into fine. But I'm in a mood to purr, and I don't know why y'all not doing it with me, but fuck it. So here's the thing, right? I call them $5 words, are just words that you could say it more simply, but it's a $5 word. I want y'all to know I like fancy shit, right? So the word for this is called cognitive reappraisal.
I would say she is direct, but compassionate. I just love how she cares in a way that I haven't seen any other coach do. It feels very personal, very touching for sure.
Listening to somebody who just really is like giving you a whole new perspective and telling you to fucking do it and like giving you that confidence is insane.
Hypnosis is just like meditation. Right now, we're about to skip into some of the hard work, some of the pain that transformation can be associated with.
Honestly, I love the hypnosis. It surprised me of where my mind was taking me. I never really get to connect with myself in that sense. So being able to close my eyes and really visualize what stepping into that room of my reflection looked like was really impactful. And I felt some type of way. I don't know how to explain it.
Slowly release it. That's good. You're doing it perfectly. Let's do that again. Take a deep breath in. Hold.
I felt the golden glow around me, and you know, when I opened my eyes, there was tears in my eyes, and it was just joyful. I felt like that was a spiritual experience, and it completely took me out, and she just has such magnetic energy, and that's all I want to be a part of now.
I also did not expect to cry during the hypnotism portion, so I guess I'll talk to my therapist about that, but that is a testimonial to how she created the room that when you're at an event that you're not you don't think you're gonna cry at and you don't think you're gonna feel emotional towards, and then here we are, 300 women, all of us in our feelings, not just because of the music.
But as I see you, my target demographic is women who are 40, who need to pivot, who have lost their confidence because they did every fucking thing. I call them rules, bullshit rules given to us by society. And how many of us have followed those rules, those bullshit rules, and they said, if you just do this, you will be happy. And you say, I got the fucking degree, I had the kids, I got married, I got the job, I worked hard, I balanced it all, I had very little for myself, and I get to the end and I'm like, not only do I not like this life, I don't even fucking recognize who I am.
How did confronting your ugly duckling fears impact you?
It made me realize that I've never actually face to face confronted it, written it down, brought it to my conscious mind. It may have been in my subconscious, kind of floating around, but it's nice to put it on paper and literally look it in the eye so that you really feel it internally and you know how to attack it.
Thank y'all so much for sharing that. Did that feel good? Do you guys feel empowered? Did you get that sad shit off you? Good, good. When we feel anxious, when we feel insecure, we tend to become smaller and smaller physically because the mind says the smaller the target I am, the less likely they are to hit me. So here's the thing, we are not afraid of playing big, and being that bitch. So, as much as you can, you're gonna step your feet out as wide as possible. And then you'll take a deep inhale, and I'm gonna count to 3, and you will shout out, I am goddess. 1, 2, 3!
I am goddess!
Okay, y'all was shaking in the beginning, but y'all figured it out. We did it. Hey, thank you.
How amazing was that? There were girls crying out here. She touched every single one of us in a different way. So one last
I think the most powerful moment was just really feeling the energy of the other women in the room. No woman stood up today that said something that I hadn't felt before. Or wasn't personally struggling with now. And what was the most powerful moment of that is at the end, we're all standing up and we're talking about that we are goddesses. And I think one of the most beautiful things in that moment was that me being a goddess doesn't prevent the next woman next to me from being a goddess as well. And what Britany does so well is she unlocks what's already deep within you. And so it was really powerful to have that moment with all of the women around me.